Welcome inside North Dakota Hockey Central, your television home for all things UND hockey. I'm Alex Heinert, ready to bring you the thoughts of head coach Brad Berry, the background of freshman sensation Shane Pinto, and a preview of this weekend's Hockey Hall of Fame game against Michigan Tech. First, though, time for the latest installment of UND Hockey's web series, Through These Doors. This week, the crew got to know the team's latest overtime hero, senior forward Weston Mashhad.
Put it in front, wide open. Here's Pinto to Mashhad. He scores! To Caulfield to Mashhad. And Mashhad gets, I think, a much-needed goal for him to make it 8-1. Bast on the wall with 25 seconds left. Bast with a shot through traffic wide. Rebound shot. They score! Mashhad! That one came off the back wall. And Weston Mashhad was there to pound it past McKay. A power play goal ties this one at 1 apiece with just 21 seconds remaining in the period. Usually in the first minute, too. Yep. Here's one to Mashhad. He shoots and scores! Pinto wins the draw back to Weston Mashhad. And that shows you the importance of the faceoffs. And Mashhad fires it by to make it 2-1 North Dakota in overtime. From the moment he stepped foot on campus, Weston Mashhad knew UND was the right place.
The culture here was just unbelievable walking into on the visit. You know, I walked in, met the coaches, met the administrators, met the staff, and everyone was just well connected, even hanging out with the players and things like that. It was unbelievable.
When I first found out about Weston, he's very focused, very detailed, very I guess on top of what he wants to do later in life, and that was one of his deciding factors of coming here, that, you know, we have very good programs in his area. Between the hockey and the academic side, you know, it was a perfect fit for him, and again, he's a guy that's a driven young man on and off the ice.
The graduate transfer has experienced highs and lows playing college hockey, relishing the opportunity to pass on his wisdom to the younger guys.
I think, you know, staying on the ice and doing extra the little things, and especially helping these younger classmen out, it's special to me, just because, you know, I never had that. I can bring that presence, you know, because I've established and experienced so many things over the time of college hockey, especially in the NCHC. So, you know, if I can, you know, give them little details and little different ideas, then, you know, hopefully it can benefit their game.
At the end of the day, however, it all comes down to one thing: winning.
He wanted to have a chance to win a national championship. He wanted to have a chance to win on a nightly basis. He wanted to have a chance to develop individually as a player that will have a chance to play at a higher level, at the pro level after this year. So when he combined all the, I guess, checking all the boxes of what he wanted, North Dakota was a spot for him.
I think the ultimate goal is to win here. You know, in the last 6 seasons, including juniors, you know, I haven't had a winning record. You know, so I think that's the big thing of why, you know, I chose North Dakota, because their past history, their national championship in 2016, and just the players they have here. You know, I want to leave on the table is, you know, trophies, memories.
He's a competitor, and you know, he doesn't waste a day, he doesn't waste a shift, he doesn't waste a practice. He tries to get everything. He tries to squeeze everything out of a day that he can, and not waste any time at it. And that just pushes everybody else. It pushes him. It pushes our group. It pushes the bar to where, you know, you want to strive for excellence.
Off the ice, Mashhad aims to make an impact by molding the minds of children in the classroom.
I focused on elementary at Colorado College just because, you know, that's what I felt like I wanted to do. I loved one of my classes. It was Introduction to Education I took at Colorado College, and we got to experience, like, in the classroom environment. and we went to a 4th and 5th grade elementary classroom, and I think that was just eye-opening to me, and it was something special. I mean, that was the word I can define it by, is special, because I think the kids are wanting to learn, they're excited to learn. I want to be a principal, so I'm gonna have to teach for a couple of years after hockey's over.
What I like about him is he's learned about our culture. It's not just about talking the talk, it's walking the walk. And he knows that he has to bring it every single day. In order for him to speak up and give experience to our young guys and our group, that you got to make sure you do it on and off the ice, as far as your work ethic and his demeanor. And he's been outstanding as far as bringing it every day on the ice and pushing the bar there. So again, his actions speak louder than words, and that's what we need from him.
Good stuff as always. Big thanks to Cassie Niles and the entire Through These Doors team. Next up on North Dakota Hockey Central, we've got another home sweep to talk about. Brad Berry joins us with the details right after this. Welcome back to North Dakota Hockey Central. Time for our weekly conversation with UND head coach Brad Berry, who joins us now from inside Ralph Engelstad Arena. Brad, thanks for the time today.
Absolutely.
You hosted Bemidji State this past weekend. Now entering this series, 7 of the previous 9 meetings had been decided by 1 goal, and that trend continued on Friday. What about that team makes them so tough to play against?
I think just the way they play the game, very reminiscent of how we play it, kind of in your face, fast-paced, competitive, physical. I thought they came out hard on Friday, and it took us probably a little bit of time to get into the game here, and a lot had to do with the way they played the game, and they play very, very fast and physical, and I thought we got better as the game went on.
Yeah, certainly. Yeah, game 1 was a defensive battle from the start. They scored first on the power play 25 minutes in, and that Bemidji lead held up going into the 3rd period. What held the offense back in this one, Brad?
Well, we have to be better handling pucks. I thought we didn't execute coming through the neutral zone and playing in their end of the rink, and I thought we were, when we did get through the neutral zone, we were a lot of one and done in the offensive zone, and we need to have some sustained pressure in their end of the rink. And I thought we got better at number 1 handling pucks, making plays through the neutral zone, and when we got to the offensive zone on trying to sustain some offensive time, and part of that was having 2-3 guys around the puck and having a little bit more support in the offensive zone.
Jordan Kawaguchi got the tying goal to send the game to overtime before Weston Mashhad netted the game winner. Even though there were things to work on from Friday night's performance, is there anything better to boost the team like a walk-off win like that?
Yeah, absolutely. One of the things, when we went to Mankato the weekend before, we had a 2-goal lead, and even Saturday night it was a low-scoring affair that we need to try to close out games or try to find a way to finish plays to get that win, and I thought we did that Friday night. I thought Saturday, when we got into Saturday night's game, that our first shift, we scored a goal on the first shift, with kind of laid the groundwork on how we needed to play the rest of the game. So not wasting any time on Saturday night to try to get that series sweep or that second win.
Yeah. Back to Friday, Weston's game winner came courtesy of a clean face-off win from Shane Pinto. You addressed the need to improve in that area last week, and the team responded, a +22 performance on the dot over the course of the series.
Yeah, you know what? Obviously, coming out of Mankato, it was a tough weekend to win draws and start with a puck, which is so critical on trying to lead the game, not chase the game. And again, our guys did a good job, not only our centermen, but our wingers, trying to help out and win pucks back. And that was a big part of the weekend as far as establishing puck possession and trying to get on offense.
Now, Saturday's rematch didn't feature nearly as much drama. You mentioned the early goal a moment ago. Grant Mismatch scored 36 seconds in, and you rolled from there. How important was that fast start to the victory in game number 2?
Yeah, it was very important. After having the start that we did on Friday, and gradually getting better as the game went on Friday, we needed to make sure that we had no ambivalence in our game as far as how we needed to play. And getting that first goal off the forecheck and getting into their end of the rink and scoring that 36 seconds in was a big deal. And I think it led into the point of all four lines playing the same way and going at them in waves. And it was a situation where that's the way you want to play the game is from the lead and from the front and not waiting around till the third period.
Yeah, Mashhad added a key assist later on top of that early goal. He's really stood out early in his junior season. Where have you seen Grant's game improve the most?
Well, I think his body composition, his physical maturity, as far as what he needs to do to play at a high level, shift in and shift out from game to game, the consistency of it, but also the mental maturity of his game as far as being focused and his preparation leading up to the games is a big deal too. So, over the course of the last 3 years here, he's had some ups and downs, but knowing that to be a consistent player, you need to do it game in and game out, shift in and shift out, and preparing yourself to do that.
Now, Brad, this game could have had a different feel to it had BSU put home a few grade A chances, but Adam Shield came up big all night and all weekend. What can you say about the play of your sophomore goaltender?
Yeah, he's provided us a chance to win a game every night. Our record is what it is right now. It's 4-1-1. It's respectable, but it's a situation where he's put us in a position not only win those games, but even the games in Mankato to win those games too. So it's something that's reassuring as a group to know that you have a goaltender back there that can make a save at a key time of a game to keep you in it, or else a guy that's put in a situation where he's called upon and making a save when needed.
I should ask you, how bad did you want that shutout for him?
Yeah, anytime that you're in a situation where you got a 3-goal lead, or you haven't let the opposition score a goal and it's late in third period, you always want to try to do that as far as play for him. He's playing for us for 60 minutes. You always want to try to do that, but it's a situation where we'll take the win anytime, and it's only a bonus if we get a shutout for him.
Yeah, certainly. Well, the 4-1 win Saturday completed your third consecutive sweep at the REA dating back to last season. How crucial is it for this team's success to continue that form here at home?
Well, that's a mindset. That's the Ralph is a special place to play in with obviously the rink, what it is, but also the fan base that comes in each and every night to support us here, and it's something that we want to make sure that we know that when the other team comes in here, we mean business, and we want to try to make sure that it's a great experience for not only our fan base but our group here, knowing that we need to win games.
Well, you get another home date this weekend against yet another WCHA opponent, a single game Saturday against Michigan Tech. Now, UND hasn't played the Huskies since 2013, so get us up to speed on what that team is all about.
Yeah, Michigan Tech, an old WCHA rival. They have an experienced team with older players in their lineup. They play a fast, hard and heavy game. We've seen that with Mankato and Bemidji here as far as that type of game. And now it's only one game, and there has to be a lot of focus and attention into playing a 60-minute solid game to try to get that result that you want. And again, our focus is going to be each and every practice going forward here this week, and then culminating in that puck drop on Saturday night to try to get to where we need to go.
Yeah, indeed. Should be another fun one. It's the Hockey Hall of Fame game Saturday night, 7 o'clock at the Ralph. Brad, as always, thanks for the time. Best of luck against the Huskies. Thanks, Alex. We'll see you here Saturday night. Good stuff. When we come back, we will help you get to know one of the key cogs in UND's offense this season, freshman forward Shane Pinto. That's next here on North Dakota Hockey Central. Welcome back. We're just 6 games into the new college hockey season, but it only took one for UND fans to embrace rookie forward Shane Pinto. The Ottawa Senators' second-round draft pick scored the season's opening goal in a 5-0 win against Canisius, and the man his teammates have lovingly dubbed Beans has not looked back. Shane talks about that nickname choice, among other things, in this week's Newcomer Spotlights.
Hi, I'm Shane Pinto. I'm from Franklin Square, New York, and I play for the University of North Dakota. If you look at New York City, it's kind of 15 minutes east. It's pretty hectic there. It's definitely different from here. It's a different culture, but I grew up there. I love it there, so it's kind of part of me forever. I think the pace that people go at. I think in the east, it's pretty high pace, hectic. You got the rush hour traffic and stuff. And here, it's just pretty calm and laid back, and people just do their thing here. I got a sister. She plays softball, Division I at Fordham University in the Bronx. As we gotten older, we got much closer. When you're younger, you always fight, and that's just how it is. But now we've definitely grown closer, and it's we have a really good relationship. My mom's from Michigan, and then my dad's from Queens, so it's kind of all over the place. My mom, she played college softball, Division III, and then my dad played JUCO baseball at Nassau Community College. We were really a baseball and softball family, so I'm kind of the first one who played hockey, so it's been different for sure. When I was about 7, one of my dad's friends told me to, just try it out, see how it was, and to be honest, I kind of hated it when I was younger. Probably when I got asked to go to prep school when I was 15 at a pretty prestigious school at South Kent. I think that was kind of my turning point. I realized I got to kind of take this seriously, and that's probably when I kind of turned it on. I like to cook. I think that's a big thing for me, and I like to play golf. Those are the two biggest things I like to do. And then just hang out with my family as much as I can, because I don't really get much time with them. I make a good chicken parm, just because I'm from kind of an Italian area, so definitely chicken parm. No, I have not cooked yet for them. I do not want them to. If I do something a little mess up, they're gonna rip me, so I'm just not even gonna try that yet. Maybe next year, we'll see. Something you dream of as a kid, and it was obviously a special moment, just not for me, just for my family, because they've done everything for me to get me there. But right now, I think my main focus is here. I just care about winning and just getting into the tournament. So I mean, it's a cool moment, but that's in the back of my head right now. I don't really worry about that stuff. I'm a big Jet fan. Even that's pretty unfortunate to say because they're pretty bad now. Again, I'm a Penguin fan and I'm a Philly fan. And that doesn't go well with my dad because he's a Met and he's a Met and Ranger fan. So we kind of go at it a lot. When I was growing up, I loved Sidney Crosby, and the Phillies were winning 08-09, so I kind of jumped on the bandwagon. I would say I'm kind of a quieter guy. I think once you get to know me, I kind of open up a bit more, but in the beginning, I'm pretty quiet and I'm pretty laid back, pretty chilled. Once I get on the ice, I'm pretty intense. They call me Beans. Probably my favorite nickname I've ever gotten. It's a good one. Chipotle Pinto Beans, so it's one of my favorites. I think it was either Pooley or Kierce maybe, or Gooch. I don't know, one of those three was like Beans. All right, we can go with that. I like that one. No. People call me Pin or Beans, but I just say Shane. If they get to know me on like a personal basis, then yeah, you can call me Beans if you want. Hi, I'm Shane Pinto. I'm from Franklin Square, New York, and I play for the University of North Dakota.
After starting his UND career on a 5-game point streak, I think Shane probably could lobby for a new nickname if he wanted to, though personally, I might just stick with Beans. I don't know. Shane and company are home again this weekend for a single game against an old rival from the Upper Peninsula. We'll preview UND Hockey's Hall of Fame tilt against Michigan Tech when North Dakota Hockey Central returns. Time now for our weekly look at the national college hockey scene, starting with a glance at the latest USCHO.com poll. After 3 weeks of constant shuffling at the top, things have settled a bit as there are 0 changes to the top 5 this week. Now that's partly because Denver was on bye, UMass only played 1 game, a 4-1 win over reigning Atlantic champs AIC, and Cornell hasn't even started the regular season yet, but that will change for the Big Red and all of the Ivy schools coming up this weekend. UND, meanwhile, moved up 2 spots to number 14, while Western Michigan dropped out of the top 20 for the first time this year after splitting a home-and-home with the Michigan Wolverines. Things do not get any easier for the Broncos this weekend as they will open the 2019 NCHC season in Colorado Springs, part of a unique slate of games for the league coming up. Western CC is the only conference series on deck, while Omaha plays on a Thursday, Friday in Anchorage, and Miami has a lone exhibition game against the U18 team on Friday. Note that no NCHC team will face a ranked opponent this weekend, the first time that has happened this season. Ranked or not, Michigan Tech provides a unique challenge for UND this Saturday night. Despite facing off against the Huskies a whopping 253 times since 1948, the two programs haven't met since conference realignment back in 2013, so there's not much in terms of familiarity for both sets of players. Don't worry though, that will not diminish this contest or the occasion this weekend, as UND will look to build on their 2-game winning streak.
Yeah, I think it's huge for us. Last weekend obviously didn't quite go the way we wanted to, but Bemidji was a really good team and we knew we had a tough task ahead of us throughout this week in practice. But last night we battled back and found a way to win, and tonight we got out in front and never looked back. So it was a really good weekend for all of us.
North Dakota, Michigan Tech, one night only. Our coverage on MidcoSN begins at 7 p.m. Saturday. If you can't make it in person, we hope you join us from the comforts of your living room or your favorite local establishment. Well, that's it for this edition of North Dakota Hockey Central. On behalf of everybody here at MidcoSN, I'm Alex Heinert. Thanks for watching. We'll see you at the Ralph.